So it's being reported on Twitter that the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors are persistent on their desire to acquire Jakob Poeltl. As you guys know, part of the reason why the Spurs are looking to trade him is due to the fact that they can't re-sign him to an extension due to the fact that they can only, because he's not a max guy, they can only offer him 100% of what he currently makes, which is $15 million a year. And people are speculating he could make $20 million a year in free agency, but that doesn't hold back the fact that he could go into free agency and re-sign with the team. But the Golden State Warriors and Toronto Raptors are very interested in him. Sorry, girlfriend called me, but let's get right into what I was talking about. So there is a chance that if the Spurs don't trade him that he re-signs in free agency, which the Spurs would like to do. But the Warriors and Raptors are super interested in this guy. This is coming from Spurs insider LJ Ellis of Spurs Talk. And this has been an interesting, situation with Josh Primo fallout. But one guy in Jakob Poeltl is somebody that they're interested, because people are offering, a pair of first rounders, allegedly. Got a notification. But yeah, the quote is, the player that the Spurs get the most inquiries about is Jakob Poeltl. San Antonio's asking price for Poeltl continues to be a pair of first round picks with limited protections. According to a pair of sources, the two most persistent teams about acquiring Poeltl are the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. The talks with the Raptors date back to last season's trade deadline, but Toronto remains hesitant to offer anything more than a package highlighted by a single first round draft pick with moderate protections. Man, you drafted him. You're regretting the fact that you traded him? LJ Ellis also reports that the Warriors are said to be dangling James Wiseman, but the Spurs are said to be uninterested in a big man swap. The Spurs aren't high on Jonathan Kuminga either, with Moses Moody actually being seen as the most valuable asset among the Golden State trio of youngsters. It's hard to imagine the Warriors giving up their high-end lottery picks this early for an established yet limited center in Poeltl. And I think that's that quote right there. I didn't like that. Established yet limited. I think Poeltl is a top 10 center in the NBA, closer to 10 than 5, but he's all around, okay? He can score some inside. He's a good rebound defense. He's not going to stretch the floor, but he's a guy who's going to solidify a championship aspiring team's defense and rebounding with serious talent down low. But both the Warriors and the Raptors are going to obviously have to give up some draft capital. I honestly think, hey, if you send me James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga for Jakob Poeltl, done deal. Done deal. Or if you send me Wiseman in a pick, Kuminga in a pick for Poeltl, done deal. I know a lot of people would not want that, but hey, man, I think it's definitely something interesting to see how it's playing out. And for me, I think it's just, hey, look, this is a team that has the possibility of cashing in on Poeltl. And is that what you want to do? And it depends on how quick they want this rebuild to go. That's the big if. The big if right here is, how long do they want this rebuild to go on for? And that's the interesting part. That's what the $1 million question is. So let me hear your thoughts down below. That's basically everything I have to say for today, because I don't know what else you guys would want to hear. But I personally think the best team for Poeltl to go to is the Warriors, because I can only see this guy being like Andrew Bogut, Kevon Looney, just coming in and doing his job. With the Raptors, it'd be great, but they got Christian Coloco. So I don't think there's a need there. But either way, I do find this very interesting, and I hope you guys do too, because I don't know what really would be the right thing to do in a situation like this, but I want to hear your thoughts, okay? So if there was anything you wanted to hear specifically that I might have missed, let me know. We'll check it out. But besides that, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. And yeah, I think, am I stupid for thinking this? I'm leaving. I'm like right now writing the description of this. But yeah, so bye. I think bye. Well, you know what? We're going to do 10 seconds. I got the NBA show, link in the description. So yeah, goodbye. And did we make it? We made it.